Yes, why you must not marry church girls. Why you must not marry church girl or church girls. Number one, majority of them are hypocrites. They respect their pastor, respect church brothers, respect everyone in the church, but the deep essence is that these people, if you meet them on the outside, you are going to regret ever knowing them. If you see their character on the outside, they are or the word what a Christian lady should represent. So many of them are hypocrites. They might appear to be respectful in the church, but behind the scene, they are not what? They are not respectful. So if before you choose marrying a church girl, you must put in a lot of research, put in a lot of work to know she is church is the same as whom she is outside the church. You understand? So that's one thing that you must actually what put into critical consideration, or you must have done your research and concluded. Then number two is that many of them are under pressure. Now, the reason why many of them, especially now under pressure in the sense that they have they have utilized or they have useless their youthful years or their prime, using it to do all kind of nonsense, sleeping around, falling married girl, nonsense. Now they want to settle for a young man who is innocent or who is naive. All right, so majority of them they've useless their prime age in all kind of nonsense activities. Hence, they are not looking for a naive man to marry them to bear the burden or to bear the consequence of the ills that they did behind the scene while nobody was watching. So, hence is the reason why many of them are in church. Now, it will ever amaze you to know that if you get married to such kind of women, you face or carry a lot of baggage, such as baggage of the traumas from the former relationships that they've had or numerous relationships that they had, baggage from excess body counts that they have, baggage of many of them might not even have womb or uterus. That means many of them might not be able to give birth to a child anymore. You understand? So they are in charge based on the fact that they are known outside as they might not be able to give birth to a child. So hence, they want to hide under the church to hide under the a chameleon behavior of being a Christian, a born again, a sister, and whatever. You understand? So you if you happen to be a man and fall for this, you might be what? You might be very, very unfortunate and you pay the price dearly. You understand? Then number four is that majority of church girls are feminists are in this generation in disguise, which you might not be aware of unless you are very close to them or your ability to spy. When I say spy, you know what it means. You can spy from above to know whom they are. If not, you will just get married to a feminist, and it is when the marriage has started because they are going to look for a way to play along based on the fact that they are desperate. They are going to look for ways to play along to actually what? To actually get you eloped into such union. And by the time you people are now succeeded in being in holy matrimony, she will now start showing you who her personality truly is. She'll start controlling you, commanding, and all kind of stuff. But if you are patient enough, you do not fall for her desperation. You tell her that do these things like this, do these things. Let's take things a step after the other. If you see how desperate she is, it's a signal that something is not right somewhere. You understand? So that's one thing that you must actually look at. Majority of them are feminists in disguise, but you might not actually know this. Then number 5, why you must not marry church girls is that majority of them are desperate to get married. When we say desperate to get married, maybe they have been in, desperation for numerous reasons. You understand? We are not saying getting married is bad, but when a person becomes desperate for something, that means he will want to do everything possible just to ensure that she actually gets that particular thing. So her desperation might be the reason she became a Christian, became a church girl, forming humility, forming a cool girl and stuff like that, just to get a man and rope that particular man. As soon as she gets that particular man, she can now start unleashing her true personality to that particular man. So do not fall prey for such kind of ladies. Majority of them are desperate to get married. So these just 5 of them. In our subsequent edition, we'll continue on, why you must not marry church girls. Do what, like this video and subscribe to this channel. Bye. Okay, let's just continue. Number 6 is that, based on the history they have, they do not want to be judged, or they do not want to be accountable for their past. What this means is that, this person might have a very messy past. So based on the fact that they might have a very messy or a very dirty past, they believe that, Christianity is a religion that, overlooks your past, overlook your sins, forgive your sins, and now believes that you are a new creature or you are now a new person entirely. But in the real sense, Christianity does not completely erase all of this. You understand? There are some things that you will still have to. You might not be completely punished, but you still have to bear some of the consequence of some of the lives that you have lived. That it will take some time for you before you can actually be forgiven or completely erased from such lifestyle or from such characters. You understand? So they believe that their pastor won't judge them, church members won't judge them, hence the reason why you see them in church. Not that they are in church because they want to serve God. They are just in church simply because they believe nobody will judge them. Then number 7, reason why you must not date or marry a church girl is that, she is in church simply because she is looking for a husband. Number 6, I said they don't want to be judged. Now, number 7 is she is in church because she is looking for a husband. She's looking for a good husband, and she most likely do not have a good character. Now, this is not a badge against Christian girls or Christian ladies. Itemize or be listening objectively to the points that the salient point that I'm making in this video. And if you have not lived your life recklessly, this video will not be in fact it will not be associated with you. What you will just do is to forward it to your younger brother, or forward to your nephews, or forward it to your cousins that are not yet married, and they are Christians and they intend to get married to a good lady. You understand? So the number 7 reason why they are in church is because they are looking for a husband, and they are looking for not just a husband, they are looking for a naive husband. They are looking for what we call a mugu husband. You understand? Based on the fact that they are looking for a mugu husband now, they will what? They will do everything possible just to get a mugu husband. And majority of Christian men in this age, majority of them are naive. That's the truth, I can tell you. Majority of Christian men in this age are very naive. And based on the fact that they are very naive, they fall cheaply for the manipulation of this kind of ladies. You understand? And based on the fact that these Christian men are naive, they do not know who a woman is. You understand? So this kind of, if you happen to be a category, if you happen to be among those men who are in this category, what you can do to help yourself is, what you can do to help yourself is, 1, pray. Develop the habit of prayer, and so as to allow Yahweh open your eye or your gate of discernment. When your gate of discernment is open, you're able to know whom that particular lady is. When you know whom that particular lady is from the higher end, whatever character she tends to be pretending to have will not what? You will not be carried away by it. But if you do not have the ability of discernment, you'll be easily deceived by whatever character that she's actually exhibiting. So that's what I want you to know now. If you happen to be a young man or a young Christian man who is who is naive, who knows nothing about women, this is what you can actually do to actually know women. When women wants to play tricks on you, or they want to play games on you, or they are desperate, or they are just looking for husband. So this is just discernment will help you. Discernment will help you filter them out to know whom their personality truly is from whom they claim to be. Now, remember that whom their personality is whom they are, or whom they will likely be in the future. But who they claim they are now is just like a chameleon clothing. It's just camouflaging so that, it can be able to blend along so as it will be able to catch its prey, which is the man that they are looking for. You understand? So as soon as it catches its prey, it will reveal or open its true identity. You understand? So I want you to know this. This is DEFISILPODCAST. Until I come your way, talk to you in the next one. Do well to like this video and subscribe this channel.